Long ago, in the limitless lands of Buganda, Kintu was said to be the first man to walk the earth. He lived alone, his only companion being his beloved cow called Bihongo. This cow was his lifeline, providing him with fresh milk and companionship in the quiet expanse of the land. Buganda, the largest and most prosperous kingdom in East and Central Africa, stretched out in fertile plains under the vast African sky, a beautiful yet lonely place for Kintu. He was hard-working and content with his simple life, but the solitude often gnawed at him. Kintu spent his days tending to Bihongo and gazing at the open skies, often wondering if there was more to life than his endless routine. He was strong, healthy, and capable, though a part of him longed for companionship, a heart to share his thoughts and dreams with. Little did he know that his simple life was about to change in ways he could never have imagined. Far above, in the heavens, a family watched him with growing interest. In the heavens lived Ggulu, the creator of all things, alongside his 3 children-toe sons, Kayikuzi and Walumbe, and his cherished daughter Nambi. Ggulu loved Nambi the most, for she was not only beautiful but had a heart full of compassion. His sons, however, were more mischievous and often slid down to earth using the rainbow as their bridge between the 2 realms. Though they couldn't stay long since the sun quickly melted the rainbow, these brief visits excited their curiosity about life below. One day, as the rainbow touched the earth once again, Kayikuzi and Walumbe prepared for another descent. This time, their sister Nambi begged them to join them. Despite their initial reluctance, they agreed, and together the 3 siblings descended to earth. Upon arriving, they were shocked to find Kintu sitting by his cow, lost in thought. Startled at first by the sight of another being, the siblings quickly overcame their fear and approached him. What began as a cautious encounter soon turned into a warm friendship, with Kintu sharing stories of his simple but lonely existence. Nambi, her heart touched by his plight, vowed to return and marry him, believing that together they could fill the void of his solitude. Nambi's heart was heavy when she returned to the heavens. The image of Kintu sitting alone, with only his cow for company, lingered in her mind. She had never encountered such loneliness before, and she couldn't shake the idea of making his life more complete. That night, Nambi could not sleep. She tossed and turned, thinking of Kintu's kindness and the beauty of the land he called home. She decided to ask her father, Ggulu, for permission to marry Kintu and join him on earth. The next morning she approached her father. "Father, I have met a man on earth, a hard-working and good man named Kintu. I want to marry him and live with him on earth," Nambi said, her voice filled with determination. Ggulu was taken aback by her words. His daughter, the apple of his eye, wanted to leave the heavens for a man she had just met? Before he could respond, Nambi's brothers, Kayikuzi and Walumbe, interrupted, voicing their concerns. "Father, we don't know if Kintu is truly human. He doesn't even eat ordinary food. He only drinks milk from his cow," Walumbe added suspiciously. Ggulu, torn between his love for Nambi and the concerns of her brothers, told her he needed time to think about her request. While Ggulu pondered Nambi's plea, Kayikuzi and Walumbe hatched a plan. They were determined to prove that Kintu was unworthy of their sister. In the dead of night, they returned to earth, found Kintu's beloved cow Bihongo, and carried it back to the heavens. They believed that without the cow's milk, Kintu would starve and eventually perish. This, they thought, would prove once and for all that he was not fit to marry Nambi. The next morning, Kintu woke to find his cow missing. He searched the surrounding plains frantically, calling out Bihongo's name, but the cow was nowhere to be found. Kintu was heartbroken. Without his cow, his only source of nourishment was gone. Yet, determined to survive, he turned to the land around him, gathering fruits and leaves to sustain himself. As days passed, Kintu grew stronger, adapting to his new diet. Though he missed his cow dearly, he proved resilient and capable of surviving without Bihongo. Meanwhile, in the heavens, Nambi spotted her father's herd grazing, and to her horror saw Bihongo among them. Fearing that Kintu was starving without his cow, she immediately descended back to earth to find him. When she arrived, she was surprised to see Kintu alive and stronger than before. He was sitting by a fire, eating fruits and leaves. Nambi rushed to his side. "Kintu," she said softly, "your cow is safe in the heavens. I'll help you retrieve it, and we can return together to earth." Kintu, grateful for her concern and deeply moved by her kindness, agreed. Together, they devised a plan to sneak into the heavens, retrieve Bihongo, and return to earth. Nambi's love for Kintu grew stronger, and she vowed to stand by him, no matter the challenges that lay ahead.